On this day of the Lent season, let us meditate on the flogging of Jesus or scourging of Jesus. In the Holy Bible, especially in the Gospels, we have references about the flogging of Jesus. In the Gospel of St. Matthew, chapter 27, verse 26, we read like this: "And after flogging Jesus, he handed him over to be crucified." The same references we can find in the Gospels of St. Mark, St. Luke, and St. John. Now, let us see what is flogging. Flogging, it was a type of punishment practiced in the Roman Empire. The usual instrument was a short whip of flagellum with several leather thongs of variable lengths, in which small iron balls or sharp sheep bones are attached at several intervals. For scourging, the man was stripped of his clothing and his hands were tied to an upright post. The full back, including legs, were flogged by the soldiers. As the Roman soldiers repeatedly struck the victims with a whip, the iron balls would cause deep contusions, and the leather thongs and sheep bones would cut into the skin and flesh. And this manner Jesus was flogged. Now let us see why Jesus was flogged. We understand from the Gospels that Jesus was tried 6 times before his crucifixion. 3 times the religious courts and 3 times before a Roman court, that is the court of the Roman governors. And in any of these trials, they could not find him guilty to be crucified or flogged. Then why was Jesus flogged? The answer we get from the book of Psalms. In the Psalm 89 verse 3, we read like this: "I have made a covenant with my chosen one. I have sworn to my servant David. I will establish your descendants forever and build your throne for all generations." And the following verses continues with the God's promises. And in verse 30 to 32, we read, "If his children forsake my law and do not walk according to my ordinances, if they violate my statutes and do not keep my commandments, then I will punish their transgressions with the rod and their iniquities with the scourges." So we saw that though Jesus was tried 6 times, they could not find any blame in him. And Jesus, though he was blameless, suffered this punishment for our redemption. The punishment we had to receive, Jesus bore on his body. The blameless was made guilty, the innocent was punished. Without any complaint and in silence, he took the punishment. And during all these punishments, he prayed for them. Same way, we also may be scolded for what we haven't done. We may be made guilty for what we haven't done. So when we are experiencing trials, we sometimes forget that God has a purpose not only in the situation itself, but also in the timing of it. Like Christ, we must remember to accept both the time of suffering and the duration of suffering. Thank you.